This is a video I really don't want to have to make. It's been a really hard week for us here at the house because a mink got into our chicken coop and over the course of a few nights killed 4 of my 7 chickens. This is all I got left. Got my rooster, my golden comet hen, and a barred rock hen. That's my entire flock. Now, if you don't know what a mink is, it's like a small weasel. It's in the weasel family. They're dark brown or kind of blackish looking. They're kind of like a small squirrel. And they're very good at like digging under things, and they can get through holes that are, from what I read, like a ½ inch. So they can get through very small spaces. And the reason that they kill chickens is apparently they like to drink the blood. They don't actually eat the chicken, they just attack it. They can climb, they attack it, and then they bite onto its neck and suck the blood out of the chicken and leave it dead. And that's what happened. I wasn't sure what was going on out there. The night before, I took all the chickens out, and they were all closed in the shed. Everything was good. The doors were all closed. And I come out the next morning, there's 2 dead chickens on the ground. One has a laceration on its neck from here all the way down its chest, just like a cut. And the other one had no signs of damage. There were feathers on the floor. My initial instinct was that they had a fight because I didn't see any intrusion. I didn't see anywhere that anything got in. And I was expecting like a fox or a coyote or something like that. And I knew nothing like that could get in. And I didn't see any signs of entry. So I really had no idea. I thought maybe they fought and they killed each other. And then the other chickens kind of were in the scuffle too. I looked around, saw nothing, and I thought, okay, this is really messed up. I was obviously pretty upset about it. But I cleaned that all up, took care of those chickens, and then the next day I had another chicken dead. This time the chicken's head had been ripped off, and I moved some things around out in the coop, and then that's when I saw the mink. It went running out of the coop, and that's when I knew I was in trouble. So that night I looked around the shed and I moved everything and I looked for any spots that I could see something that may be an area of entry, and I blocked all those things off. I looked all around the outside, didn't see any signs of entry where this thing came in. I'm assuming that it burrowed, so I blocked everything and I felt pretty secure about that night until I come out the next morning and another hen was dead. So what I ended up doing is I went to Gander Mountain and I bought a trap, one of the metal live traps. You put a piece of bait inside, and when that bait gets hit one way or another, the trap doors close on it. And that's what I'm doing right now. I have one of those out in the coop. I knew that there was a mink in there, and I thought that clearing everything up and making sure there was nowhere to get in was going to be the solution, but apparently I missed the one spot that it was coming in from, and that's what did me in. After moving a bunch of stuff around in here and moving some straw and dirt out of the way, I found where the mink's coming in at. It's coming in this back corner here. There's this very small spot back there where it's coming in at. And what I did is I took the trap. This is the Have a Heart 1025 trap with 2 doors. And there's bait right in the center section there. And what happens is the mink's going to come in here, and it's hopefully going to go inside there, hit the side of that, and then both those doors shut down on it, and I'll have this thing trapped. Coming around the back of the shed, I'll show you where this thing's getting in from. It's such a small spot. It's actually right down here. It's crawling inside there, and that's how it's getting into my shed. What upsets me the most about this whole situation is that I feel like it was my fault and I should have identified what was killing my chickens sooner. I didn't even know what a mink was, and I feel like I should have been more prepared for any kind of rodent predators. I was more prepared for some of the bigger stuff that would come in, and that's why I closed all the doors and made sure everyone's in there for the night, because I thought their biggest danger would be being outside. But then I come to find out that being inside can be just as dangerous when a small animal gets inside, crawling under the dirt and coming up on the other side and killing what's in there. They had nowhere to go and they were just trapped. And I feel like I should have been ready for that, and I should have known that that was a potential, but I didn't even think about it in my wildest dreams of a mink or like a weasel or something like that getting in there. They lived out here for almost a year with no problems, but I mean, nothing's guaranteed, and I'm finding that out here. I also have some hardware cloth, and what that is, it's like 48-inch wide fencing. It's ½ inch, or it's 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch squares, so it's like a mesh that I'm going to put all across the floor in there, and put maybe cinder blocks or something on top to kind of go around the outside. That way, if anything does burrow in again, it won't be able to get in. They'll have to go over 4 feet to come up through the center, which is only going to be about a 2-foot section that's not going to be completely covered. So I think that'll do really good in protecting my chickens in the future. And also the top area of the coop is just excellent. It's just anything going under the floor, which happens to be dirt, that's the most dangerous part of my chicken coop, and that's what I found out this week. I'm going to leave the coop completely closed off to the chickens until I either trap that mink or I get the hardware cloth, which is expected on Wednesday. And that's going to seal up the whole floor. And I'm hoping to capture it before I even get that, so there should be some double coverage there. Here's where they've been staying for the night. I got Roxy's dog crate back out and put a tool through it that they can stand on the handle. And I'm going to keep them there until I can make sure it's perfectly safe for them to go back. Now, being that I document everything about my homestead and everything I do with animals, I have footage of everything that's happened from day one up until now, but I haven't done anything with it. I haven't edited it. I haven't even looked at it. And I really am hesitant to share it. I really don't want to put it out here. It's very graphic. I mean, I think I should just delete the footage, but if you guys want to see it, maybe I'll try to edit it down and make something out of it, but it's very morbid, very graphic, and it's just really sad that I lost, these animals that I've been taking care of basically since the first day of their lives. I've documented everything with these chickens, with them, growing up as little peeps inside Roxy's crate, all the way to the last video, which was where they all go into the garden. And it's just shocking that day was such a great day. And after that, everything has just been down. I've been depressed since this happened. My life, everything was going great, and you could see that in the videos. I had that downer when I had to get rid of pork chop, but everything was going super awesome up until this point. And now, after this week, I'm just really bummed out. And like I said, I really didn't want to have to make this video, but I am sharing everything that I do here at the house, and I have to share the bad along with the good. I can't just ignore it. So that's what happened. I fortunately still have those 3 chickens left, and I'm going to try to trap this mink and keep my chickens safe in the meantime.